Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this particular video, we will see that how we can get the spacing from the area of steel in case of a slab. So we have a table available in the design manual. Cross-sectional area of US customary bar per meter width, millimeter square per meter. So from that table, we will figure out how we can calculate the spacing from the area of steel. So second row, we can see that it is written 6, 10, 13, 16. These are basically the sizes of the bar. So 6 meaning to that 6 millimeter, 10 meaning to that 10 millimeter, 13 meaning to that 13 millimeter, 16 meaning to that 16 millimeter diameter bar. So this basically row is representing the bar diameter. Now on the left side we have that spacing starting from 100 millimeter to 450 millimeter. So in between this one and this one, these are basically area of steel millimeter square per meter. For example, 320 millimeter square per meter. So first thing is that we need to choose what size of bar we are going to use. If we are using number 10 bar, then we will see number 10 bar column. And in this column we have area of steel. Let's say I have area of steel equals to 473 millimeter. So corresponding to 10 number bar 473 millimeter, I will choose the spacing in between the bar equals to 150 millimeter. Now in this slide I will give you one example. Let's say I have area of steel equals to 453 millimeter square per meter. So first thing from that table I need to choose what size of bar I am considering. In case of a slab, either we can choose number 10 bar or either we can use number 13 bar. So let's say for this particular example I am considering number 10 bar. Now corresponding to number 10 bar, I need to see where my 453 millimeter square per meter is. So I have in between 473 and 444. So corresponding to 444, I have 160 millimeter bar spacing, and corresponding to 473, I have 150 millimeter spacing. So for that particular example, to be on conservative side, I will consider 473, and corresponding to that I have spacing which is equals to 150 millimeters. So I can choose number 10 at the rate of 150 millimeter center to center. Further, I can also interpolate between these two values 444 and 473 millimeter. Between 444 and 473 millimeter, I can interpolate the spacing in between 150 and 160 millimeter in order to be more exact. But on conservative side, I can consider 473, and corresponding to that I can use 150 millimeter spacing. So number 10 from here, number 10 at the rate of 150 millimeter center to center. So this is how I can get the spacing in between the bar if I know the area of steel in the slab. So now I will give you another example. Let's say I have area of steel equals to 480 millimeter square per meter. Now corresponding to that 480 millimeter square per meter, I have to choose the spacing in between the bar. So first thing again, I need to choose the bar diameter. In this case, I have chosen number 10 bar, and corresponding to that number 10 bar, now I have to see where my 480 millimeter square per meter will be. So I have 507 and I have here 473. In between that, my area of steel will be corresponding to 473. I have spacing equals to 150 millimeter, and corresponding to 507, I have spacing 140 millimeter. So I can choose either 507, and corresponding to that I can provide spacing 140 millimeter, or in between these two values and these two values I can interpolate it and can find the exact value. One thing here, it should be noted that spacing on lower side is more conservative. Now one more example. Let's say I have area of steel equals to 806 millimeter square per meter. Now corresponding to that, I have to choose what will be the spacing in between the bar. Again, first thing is that out of that bar sizes, I have to choose the bar size. Let's say this time I have chosen bar size equals to number 13. So corresponding to number 13, I have to see where my 806 millimeter square is. So I have here 806 millimeter. Corresponding to that, I have spacing equals to 160 millimeter. So I can write number 13 at the rate of 160 millimeter center to center, corresponding to area of steel 806 millimeter square per meter. So hopefully you guys understand how we can be able to get the spacing in between the bar if we have the area of steel. Thank you very much.